Dragonite, what's going on, buddy? I'm like trying to make something, but then I'm extremely tired. So I have a feeling like all the work that I'm doing tonight is not going to make any sense to me tomorrow when I wake up and look at what I did. So, but at least I'm getting some spriting done. I made the air ducts for the air conditioning. This is basically what I worked on today. It's pretty sketchy, but this dude over here is my air conditioning unit. This is my furnace, and you'll put these air ducts in the wall, so it'll kind of be transparent into the wall. So you run this pipe, air ducts, whatever, through the wall, and then wherever there's air ducts, there can be vents, and then those vents will set the temperature of the room based, well, they'll detect the room ID, and then we'll set that room to whatever temperature you set your freaking thermostat. So, I'm trying my best here. I really gotta pee too, but I don't feel like getting up either. Lots of dilemmas right now. Yeah, code on no sleep is either the best or the worst. I've done my best programming when I'm like really tired, and I've also done my worst possible programming when I'm really tired. It's like a mixed bag. So just gonna make something sketchy really quick. Let's see, I need to take a picture of this and throw it on my other monitor. Screenshot you. Hey Tyler, what's going on, man? You on my other monitor so I can see what's going on. Put you right there. All right. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that a lot. I've done that when I'm like wide awake and perfectly cognizant, and I write something and the next day I'm like, I just don't want to touch this at all. Okay. So, I'm gonna do this in the step event right now. I'll probably change it later. It should not be in the step event. I can make little triggers, but for the sake of getting it to work. But it needs to detect what. So what I'm doing basically is based on if the wall. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna have to do it. That's how I'm gonna have to do it. It's gonna need to detect what wall it is, and then based on the wall, it needs to change into a corner or horizontal or vertical. Dude, you got Game Maker Studio 2. You bit the bullet. Good job. That's awesome. It took me like a year to switch over, and I was kind of like upset about it because all my projects were in Game Maker Studio 1. That's when I quit my paintball project because I didn't feel like converting it over, even though it converts it over pretty well. But good job. You'll like it. It takes a lot of getting used to, but once you get used to it, you'll like it. Yeah, sometimes I feel like if I compile certain codes, it might just turn my computer into a black hole. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, these air ducts need to run along the wall, and I just had an idea of how I'm gonna do that, because you're gonna be placing them, and then it needs to detect like if it needs to be vertical, horizontal, or if it needs to be one of these corners pieces or a tri-corner piece. But I can just have that. I can have that air duct detect what wall it's touching. So if the wall is horizontal, the air duct can be horizontal. If the wall's vertical or a corner, then the air duct can be a corner or whatever. Yeah, you do. You have to relearn like the UI, and weirdly enough, the one of the things that really bugged me was layers and depth, and I couldn't understand what the difference was between layers and depth, and instance create layer, instance create depth. It took me so long to comprehend that and what the freaking difference was. Yeah, the main difference is the UI. And I think the compiler is faster. I've used GameMaker Studio 2 since it came out in 2016, and you still use GameMaker Studio 1. I don't even have it installed. Because if I have it installed, I'll probably start working on old projects. Yeah, a lot of my multiplayer online stuff was in GameMaker Studio 1. What else has changed? You can do enumerables, or is that what they're called? Enums something? Where basically, I have them all over the place. I use the crap out of these things. I use these all the time. Let me see. Yeah. Is that what they're called? What are they called exactly? Help me. ENUM. I don't even know what they're called. Enumerator. Bam. I don't think that's in GameMaker Studio 1, but it should be one of the first things that you take advantage of because they're amazing. And it's kind of like how the in GameMaker Studio 1, yeah, regions are awesome too. But in GameMaker Studio 1, there was those constants, and it's kind of like that. And they're pretty sweet. So like this enumerator, this is how you make it basically. Enumerator GUI is one of them. So whenever I declare like, okay, GUI dot inventory, GUI dot inventory, wherever I use this code, it's gonna always equal 1. So it's like, if my variable equals GUI dot inventory, which I've set to 1, and that works all over the game and all your objects. Yeah, you use it now. Cool. Yeah. Is it in GameMaker Studio 1? Because when I found out these existed, it changed my life. Like, I use them all over the place. It's harder using a laptop? What kind of laptop do you have? Like, how big's the screen? Because I know I had trouble on my laptop that had a smaller screen. But right now I have a MSI GS65. I think it's like a 16-inch screen, and I don't have much problem with it. Yeah, I know you don't have to have them like that, but it helps me because certain times I want to know like what does build mode equal, and I can just see right there, or I can just set it to like 49 or whatever I want to set it to. It just helps, like the visual helps me. Oh sweet, you joined the Discord. They've been around for a while. They've been in GameMaker Studio 1 or 1.4 whatever. Because I had no idea. I thought it was something new with and then accessors. Was that in GameMaker Studio 1? Because I don't remember. Like for like DS. Where's my DS grids? Like you can be like global dot, my grid, hashtag, and then you put the position of the DS grid or whatever. Works on DS maps, DS lists too. But accessors have changed my life forever. And I don't know how long those have been in there, but I know it's been in the past 2 years I realized they existed. Oh, you have a 10-year-old laptop. That sucks, bro. That's an old laptop. I hope you're able to upgrade your laptop very soon. I bought this MSI gaming laptop. It's really good. It's better than my desktop. But I found it really, really cheap on eBay. And it was cheap because the battery was like bulging out of the front. So it was still under warranty, so I buy it super cheap. I get this laptop, it still turns on. It's full, like full of porn. I've never seen so much porn on a laptop. Filled. Like folders, files, links, bookmarks. I wish I wouldn't have looked at the internet history, but I did. And there was so much porn. And it was this Asian guy that owned it. And it was sticky. I mean, it was like sticky. That was the first thing I noticed, is it was like someone ate peanut butter and jelly and was on this laptop. So I sent it in for repairs. I disinfected the crap out of it. So I got a really good deal. I got it like $1,000 off. But then I sent it in for repairs. When I get it back from repairs, they damaged the screen. And the screen was the best part because it's a 144 hertz monitor, and they totally damaged my screen. And I emailed them about it, and they basically said they didn't do it, and it was because of the shipping. I was so mad. I can still use it, but you see that dink and you just get mad. Accessors were definitely around in Game Maker Studio 1. Where have I been? My problem is I get set in my ways in coding. I never learn anything new, and it takes me years to learn what other people have already know about, and they've known about it forever. That's what. Yeah, I wonder what that laptop's been through. I've never seen so much porn. Yeah, that's a good quote. I wonder what that laptop's been through, though, for real. Like, it's like when you rescue an abused animal. I feel like I rescued an abused laptop. I don't have it with me, or I'd show you guys. It's really cool. It has like a gold bezel on it. I would not have been able to afford it if I hadn't got it so cheap, but it's at my girlfriend's right now. So it's like I have my gaming station in my bedroom, and then when I visit my girlfriend, I have my gaming laptop, so I can spend time with my girlfriend and still do the things I need to do. You're using lists and grids, and you're like, meh, yeah. My inventory system, I've made probably 10 different inventory systems since I've used GameMaker. Every one of them are sketchy. Every single one of them. I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them. And the most intense one I made was that survival game I was making, and it was a multiplayer online inventory, and it was just so sketchy. And it was like what Dragon Knight was talking about earlier. It's like the next day you just don't even know how this code works. But it works. I like this inventory. This is the best one. I recoded it 3 times. Why do I have an error? What did I do? Oh, crap. That's why. I need to comment this out. I recoded it like 3 times, and I only did that so I would understand how my system works. Because the first time I made it, I did not understand how it was even working, but it was just working. Yeah, I remember like when I was making the first tutorials on my channel, I didn't even know how, I couldn't conceptualize how an inventory worked. I remember thinking like an inventory is the most advanced thing anyone can do on GameMaker, and I honestly never thought like I would be at that level to be able to do it. And now it's like you just do it and it works somehow. This inventory is cool though. I don't mind this at all. It works. And what I'm most happy about is how do I pick it up? You can split stacks Man, that took a day. To just be able to, like, get stacks to merge without duplicating somehow, or, like, getting the wrong number. That was a fun day. What's funny is that guy used that laptop because of a lack of girlfriend, and you only use it when you're with your girlfriend. I don't know if that's funny or sad. No, this dude, and I don't want to make fun of him because, like, he did kind of look like a sweet dude, but I don't want to make fun of him. But I have to a little bit, because, I mean, I'm not, this isn't good fun. I'll just say I'll just tell you what I saw. Hey, Parakeets Finigini. Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, so, like, on the laptop, and this guy lives in New York City, there was a link in the history, and it was a link for a website where you actually bid on dates, on blind dates, in New York City. And I didn't know that kind of stuff existed. But, so he wasn't completely single, he was bidding on dates. You use data structures, not just grids. Sweet. So this is all I've got done on my duct work so far. You can place it down. That's it. But what will happen is there'll be walls, and you'll only be able to place this crap on walls. Crap. Just like that. And wherever there's ductwork, you'll be able to put the vents, and the ductwork will connect to the air conditioning or furnace, and then you'll have a thermostat. Wherever the vents is, it'll detect the room ID, and it will slowly move that room ID, whatever the temperature is in that room, to the temperature that you've set. I also have to add, like, window airs and different tiers of air conditioning and heating, so that way, you know, you can progress and get the, you know, diamond-plated air conditioner. You've been a fan since the early tutorial days? Sweet, bro. Awesome. I'm glad you're still subscribed. I have like 5,000 subscribers, and I think about 100 are active. So it's always cool to talk to people. I think, when did I start the channel? 2010? And I'd make it like every other day. I'd make tutorials. And you know why I made tutorials, actually? I hope this music's not too loud. But one of the reasons I made tutorials is because I realized that I learned by teaching people. So, and then I also noticed, like, there was no tutorial series on GameMaker GML. This was back in GameMaker 8. You know, on YouTube there was no tutorial series, and I really like this dude called Bucky, and some of you guys might know who he is, Bucky. And he taught like PHP and Java and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I loved his tutorials, and so I got inspired. I made a YouTube channel. And in teaching people, I actually learned a lot about GameMaker. So that was fun. That was fun. Awesome. Thank you guys for subscribing and staying subscribed. You guys are really awesome. I was telling my girlfriend the other day, like, I have the, and I meant it, I'm like, I have like these amazing like subscribers that are kind of like loyal, where I leave YouTube, I delete all my YouTube videos, and someone like backed up all my YouTube videos and gave them back to me when I like wanted to come back to YouTube. And then I won't post for months, and then when I do post, like, people still comment and like, and I told her, I was like, these are genuinely awesome people, the people that are like subscribed to my channel, and it is really cool. So I appreciate everyone that's like commenting and being involved. Bricks Alive, what's going on, man? Hey, welcome to the stream, whatever this is. Welcome. I'm super tired, so if I slur my speech. You had the best wallpapers back in the day, did I? What was my wallpapers? I don't remember what my wallpaper was. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Tell me what was my wallpapers, because I don't remember. I'm following a bizarrely large number of people who just take random long hiatuses like that. Wow, that's awesome, General Ginger. I love your name. The old Game Maker 8 series. Game Maker 8 was amazing. I started Game Maker, I think it was Game Maker, whatever was before 6, I must have been 5. I was like 14 years old, it was 2004. I'd looked at Game Maker a few times, like growing up as like literally a kid. And me and my mom ended up living in a motorhome with no internet. And I would I'd ride my bike to the library, and that's where I downloaded Game Maker. I put it on a 256 megabyte flash drive, and I took it back to my computer, and I would download tutorials onto my flash drive and like examples of games. And I would go back. I had this like huge, like big white monitor, like old school computer. This is 2004. That's where I learned Game Maker. But I remember Game Maker 7 was awesome. And Game Maker 8 blew my mind. I miss Game Maker 8. I miss the layout. Sometimes I see like pictures of Game Maker 8 and I get nostalgic. Posters. I wore sweaters. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. The Christmas sweater background? That wasn't me, that was my friend. I know what you're talking about, like the guy with the shaved head and like the stern face. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, this is Peaches. This is my cat. This is my cat. And she's a biter. She just will bite and chew on you no matter how good you are to her. Ow! Hey! It freaking hurts. She likes to be held on her back. Who's a good kitty? Right? Yeah, the image editor in Game Maker Studio 2. I miss the old one. Like a lot of the features. I mainly use like Photoshop for everything. But I mean I have to now, but I do miss a lot of the old features. The animation features, like I would use that crap. Not always exactly for what it wanted me to use it for, but like I would use it for different type of effects. There's not even like a transparency thing in the editor, I don't think. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty? Why do you bite? Why are you like this? Huh? Why are you like this? Okay, you wanna go? You can go. You can go. You can get off my lap. Well, me and my girlfriend couldn't decide on a name. We got her when she was just a kitten. I don't know how we decided on Peaches though. I think because we wanted, like, there's variations. You can call her Peaches, Peach, Peachy Peach, and I think that was our thinking. And we went with Peaches, and we were tired, and we were at IHOP at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, the new editor, it's got some, like, I don't know. There's a couple cool features on the new editor, but then for the most part, I do kind of miss the old one. I really do. Wait, what am I doing? I forgot. I'm going to detect the wall. So that means I'm going to have to sync up the wall sprites with my air duct sprites for this to work. So there's that. Let me go ahead and close everything, or they're going to be all over the place. I've had 6 wall engines with this game. 6. So I have all these folders and they're just different wall engines, like, or wall systems or whatever. Yeah, the button eyes, it never did it for me. I use, you know, you can just go in Photoshop and make pretty sweet buttons pretty easily. You just make a square, and then on your layer, this rectangle layer, go to blending options, and this bevel and emboss, and then you just turn the size down. Boom, you got a button. Then use color overlay, make it whatever color you want. It's a pretty cool button. You didn't know that there was a second one until a few weeks ago. Yeah, man, it's been out a couple years. Oh yeah, you took a break. Well, don't feel bad. I knew Game Maker Studio 2 was out, and it took me over a year to switch. And then, like, I switched, I played around with it for a while, and then I took a break from GameDev. So, because I was so overwhelmed to, like, learn the new system. And now I'm getting anxiety, because it's like, I know I haven't heard anything about Game Maker Studio 3, but it's like, you know what's going to happen, and you're just going to have to rebuy it, you know? So yeah, Photoshop, bevel, emboss, that's how I make my buttons. And I always have 3 sprites to every button. I have your button, then I have the mouse over effect, which all I do for that is just make it a little bit lighter with the color overlay. So that's mouse over. And then the click effect, you just change on the bevel and emboss from up to down, and it's clicked. Boom. Buttons. Super easy. Super easy. Any software or tools you recommend learning alongside Game Maker? Photoshop, like what I'm showing you now, this has been amazing for me. Because let me show you what I do. Before I code anything, I will make everything in Photoshop. So I can show you somewhere. Oh, this is gonna probably take ages to load. This Photoshop file is massive, and it's an old version of a Photoshop file. So, but let's see. Okay, so this is the GUI. This bottom left part. All this is done in Photoshop. I make all the GUI, and then I know what to code. So I recommend either Photoshop or GIMP or whatever. You know, you just need to learn some graphic art. It'll really help you out. Oh geez, my computer's like lagging hardcore. So you can see there's like live mode, there's build mode, and then in build mode I can see the walls. It's just all done in Photoshop. So I highly recommend some kind of image editing software. Oh, so the system for cooling, yeah, like I have the mechanic or the coding side down, but now I'm making this mechanic. So for those of you who weren't here earlier, I was kind of explaining it. So today I kind of made these 2 sketchy sprites. Right here is that's the air conditioning unit, and then here's the furnace. So, man, what's that? There's like all these lines on it now. Okay, so the air conditioning cools things down, furnace heats things up, and you have to buy this. You'll have to place it in the game. Well, let's say once you place your air conditioning, and it has to be placed by a wall, you have to run ductwork through your walls, and you have to run it near the different rooms in your house. And then wherever there's ductwork, which, you know, those are just pipes, they run through your house. And so wherever there's ductwork, you can place a vent, you know, kind of like your vents in your house. And if there's a vent near a room, then that room will slowly go to whatever temperature that you have set it to. So you'll have a thermostat that you'll need to buy and place in your house, so that way you can make your AC and your furnace all work together. And of course, like, you can have an AC and a furnace just like your house does, and it's all connected by ductwork. And then your thermostat will be how the player will set the temperature to different rooms. That's one way of heating and cooling your house. There's going to be like window airs, there's going to be little space heaters, because, like, you know, players are going to be building their own home, maybe eventually, you know, but like in real life, air conditioning and furnace, that's like tens of thousands of dollars. So like, even what I'm coding right now is kind of like later game to even like have if you've built a home. So there'll be a lot of ways to heat and cool your home. And the reason this is so important in the game is because the player reacts to extreme temperature. So if it's extremely cold, they can get frostbite in the middle of winter, even if they're in the home, you know, their home. If they're super hot, they can have a heat stroke. You know, I have that whole health system. So this is just, it's a life sim and a little bit more of a sim than The Sims. So it's just kind of gonna be a cool mechanic. So, but it already works. I can set the temperature to any room, but this will be how the player does it, is they need to heat it, they need to cool it, do all that jazz. If we finish a game before Game Maker 3 comes out, we win. It's a game against us and Yo-Yo Games. Or it's a game of us against Yo-Yo Games. That's amazing. I love that. I want to post that on my Twitter because that's so true. If I finish a game before I'm 40 and then I won something, you know, then maybe I won't have a midlife crisis. I already have a quarter life crisis, and I bought a car. I'm on a car loan now. Quarter life crises are the worst, man. You'll get in so much debt. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's what I'm making right now. So what I'm actually working on right now, I just, you know, at the start of the stream, I actually drew these ducts right there. And so what I'm working on now is placing it, which I can already place it, but you should only be able to place it where there's walls, for one. So I gotta make that happen. And then it should be a horizontal or vertical or a corner depending on what the wall is. So when you place it on a wall, if it's a corner, then that ductwork should be a corner. So what I'm actually doing is aligning the wall sprites with the ductwork sprites. That way it'll be easy to sync. So I just have to get the image index of the wall and set that to the same as the air duct. It's all just sprite work at this point. If you finish a game before the heat death of the universe, I still won't win because of the amount of time I've already sunk into it. Yeah, you know, I'm honestly waiting for someone to crowdfund like a way to, you know, make people like upload their consciousness into a computer, so that way I can just always live to, I don't know, make a clone of myself to work on games. I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The problem is there's a lot of walls. Like, okay, so the 0 image index, that'll just be empty. That'll literally be empty because we don't need that. Like, there's some walls that won't match the air ducts at all. So that needs to go there. Okay, I have one of those right here. That's number 3. I have a little Tetris piece. Number 4. Okay, then I need the quad. Okay, that one's gonna be maybe blank. No, I'm just gonna leave that horizontal. And I'll just have 2 horizontals, I guess. And then where's that? Right here. There we go. There we go. Okay, I need another Tetris piece. There is no logic to this. Like, this setup. Like, no logic to these wall setups at all. It's one of those things that's working and I'm not gonna question it, Just keep working, and I'll be happy. Yeah, and then another one of these, and then another horizontal piece. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Okay, so they match now. They match. You upload your consciousness into the computer to make games for you, and then it connects to the internet and becomes Skynet. Yes. That's the dream. Maybe someone will program that on GameMaker. Maybe someone will make an extension that we can download on the marketplace where we can upload our consciousness directly into GameMaker and become GameMaker 3. That would be something. It would be beautiful. Okay, how am I doing this? Am I setting the image? Yeah, I am. Okay. And then this guy should only create this. There's a wall there. Let's see how it works. Moment of truth. Please don't glitch. Please don't glitch. Okay. First we need our walls. Then we need our air ducts. And it's not working. And it's not... It might be working. It might actually be working though. Oh, yes. It could be a depth problem, I guess. Is it creating it on a layer or depth when I make a wall? I don't know. I think it's... I think it's creating it on a layer. Where's my wall controller? Right here. Yes. It's creating it on layer building. Okay. I don't want it on layers anymore. I gotta change all of that. I don't have the best GML coding format. I'm self-taught. But I like mine. Like, I see some people and I know it's better, but then I don't like it. Ugh, layer builder. See, like, I'm so freaking tired. Oh, layer building. Which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to go to bed. I'm just tired. Dang it. So I don't even know if it's creating. So let me try this. When you create, show me a message. I'm alive. So I at least know you're being created and it's not a depth issue. I'm doing this live stream and I feel like I'm being attacked. Okay, it is alive. It is a depth issue. It's a depth issue. Okay. Well, where is it being built at? What in the world? Unless... Bam, there's my problem. See that, guys? This was the problem. In the, this is why it wasn't working. In the air duct, the draw event, it's set to the variable dir, which that variable is set to 0. This needs to go back to image index because I had a different plan in mind when I first started this, so it should work now. That little curly goes on its own line. Yep, Yep. Yep. That's one of my habits. I always put it on its own line. Okay. Yeah, now it's totally a depth issue. But it is being built, so I wonder if I can just take it off the layer and if it would work all the same. I always say depth -1, so it's always under my mouse cursor thing. See, it's like the screen thing. Bam! It works! Okay. Don't get too excited yet. Wizardy, don't get too excited yet. Don't get too excited yet. It's working. Little bit off center there, but that's fine. Look at that. It's beautiful. That is beautiful. It's working. Okay, let's see what. Yeah! It's working. So, it's gonna look a lot better when it's done because it'll be a little bit transparent. And you obviously won't see this all the time. You'll only see it when you're adding or removing ductwork. And there's gonna be so many things that can go wrong too, because like, let's say a wall blows up and you lost some of your ductwork, and now all the air is blowing outside and you don't even realize it, and then your bills go way up because like it uses electric, and electric will go to your monthly bills, and it's a life simulation, y'all. That's what it is. And I thought this is actually gonna teach people real life, because I just had to learn how. I didn't know where the air in my house came from. I didn't know where the heat came from. I didn't know where the cold air came from. It just came out of my walls. Now I know that there is a air conditioner. It's outside. There's a furnace. It's in one of these little closets. So this is gonna teach some people real life stuff, you know, that normally you would have to go to like Harvard or like a university to learn. Nope, you're gonna learn it right through my educational game. Sweet. It's working, guys. It is working. Check that out. That makes me smile. Yeah, walls can blow up. I don't know how they'll blow up yet, but maybe if like your stove blow up. Cause like you have a stove. I don't even know if this works. Let me demolish. Ugh, it's not gonna move the pipes. This was one of the first things that like I was playing around with. I don't even know if this works anymore. It's probably totally broke. Got a stove. Really don't know if this works. No. I want to put in. I'm gonna put. Pick that up. Cook. Oh, yeah, it's not working. Why isn't it working? There is no font skill. Why would I delete a random font? Some kind of sociopath? What the heck? Why would I just delete a font? I don't talk to people much. If I could go weeks or months without talking to a person, I would do that, but I know that's not healthy. So I do try to socialize a little bit. Oh yeah, dude, you've been working in 3D. How's that been going? I love watching your projects, like your 3D stuff, because anytime I see people do 3D stuff in GameMaker, I'm automatically interested, because I know that's something I'll never do, but I'm really interested when I see people do it. So I don't know how walls will blow up, but they will blow up. Where's my inventory? Okay. Okay, can I open this now? Oh, yeah. Oh, it even opens up my old school inventory. You could, like, drag and drop it. This is the first... It's opening up, like, these wearable slots down here. These inventory slots aren't moving. Dude, that's crazy. It opened up another one. I have 2 inventories. 3. Oh, my God. So, I'm probably going to revamp this. It was one of the first things that I worked on. But this is the stove. And, like you basically you put ingredients in the stove in this little pan here, and then okay, no, I'm explaining it really badly. I haven't even looked at this thing forever. So you have your different meal choices. You have snack, small meal, medium meal, large meal, and then you have desserts. And based off what you make, it'll affect your moodlets. It'll affect your hunger bar. If you eat a large meal, obviously that fills you up more. If you eat a dessert, that's gonna make you happy, but it's really unhealthy for you. All this crazy stuff. So you choose what you want. So I'm gonna make let's make a well, I was gonna make a sandwich, but it wants a head. So basically, when you choose what you want to make, it will show you in a transparent sort of way the ingredients for that. And apparently this thing is so glitched that it wants a human head for the ingredients for a grilled cheese sandwich. That's crazy. I want to see if it works. Actually, I want to do something else, because this is what I was trying to show you. I'm going to pick up my pair of pants. I don't even know if this is gonna work though. Where did my pants go? I don't know what's with this. I can't see my drop down menu. Okay, so I'm gonna put my pants in the stove. Actually, I'm gonna put my shirt in the stove so you can actually see it. So R. Okay, so my shirt is now in the pan in the stove, and we're gonna cook my shirt. I'm either gonna get an error, or something else is gonna happen. Let's see. Failed meal, and then the stove catches on fire. That was fun. I made that in like July of last year, and I can't believe it still kind of works. It's like just one of these things in the game that's like, it's like a fossil. Okay, so we cooked my shirt, and I mean, we can still rotate the stove and probably cook in it. We can still cook. Oh, my shirt's still in there. So this is totally the gameplay right here. This is gonna be in the trailer, actually. Let's make a salad. I wonder if let's drop that. Yeah, you need a human head to make a salad too, by the way. So let's go ahead and put that in there and cook that up. Failed meal. Okay, now we got more fire. Okay, so now my guy's naked because he cooked the shirt and took his pants off and tried to cook his shirt, started a fire, and 10 out of 10 gameplay. 10 out of 10, guys. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, so we need to get those sprites to look decent. And I wonder if I center everything. I know that's gonna be like weird at first, but let's get rid of this for now. Grand Theft Auto 5, you cannot cook your pants. This game, you can cook your pants. This game is clearly superior. I just reinstalled Grand Theft Auto 5 the other day. I've never played online, even though I've had the game since like whenever it came out on PC. But okay, ductwork. Why aren't you being made? Okay. It should all be centered though. I shouldn't be having this problem. I really shouldn't be having this problem. I don't get it. What's okay, 24. Let me see if it's just like a positioning problem. No, now it's just being weird. Okay, well it's not. So am I gonna have to like go in and manually do this because I suck? Oh no, I guess it won't suck. It's good to do this. I guess it makes sense, right? I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah, never mind. It makes total sense. I'm just really tired. Okay, I guess I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll bite the bullet and do it. I do this to each sprite. This is my punishment for being an indie game dev. Learning Game Maker when I was 14. A total punishment. I guess this would go here, right? Where else would it go? You thought working on air ducts for air conditioning / heating was the name of the song and the artist that was playing. I should go to bed. We all need to go to bed. All of us need to be in bed right now, but we're not because we're adults. Our parents can't tell us what to do anymore. That's it, right? Oh no, this one. Okay. This should straighten it out to where it's not all over the place. Okay. Alright, let me make sure everything is as it should be. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. It should work now. You need to be up in 6 hours. Oh, crap. You just reminded me. I need to be up in 7 hours. One thing I might sue Yo-Yo Games for is my bad posture. Because I'm like... And I only do this when I'm coding. Okay, guys. Should work. It's not. What's that? What's that crap? What is that crap? Top left. Okay. Now it should work. I wish I had a cat that loved me. That would be there for me when I'm coding. My girlfriend's ferret is awesome. It will lay on you while you're on your computer and just sleep. They sleep like 18 hours a day. So it's like the perfect... Okay, this might be it. This might be it. This might be it, guys. We may have done it. Okay, making all kinds of design and crazy patterns. Okay, let's see. Yeah! Look at that. No weird gaps. Doing what it needs to do. Look at it. It's working. Putting in some air ducts. Just like my dad who was in Home Improvement. Oh crap, I guess I am gonna need these little half things. See how it's kind of sticking out? That makes sense. I heard a good tip that you should leave something unfinished after working because when you get back to it, you'll know what you worked on. That actually makes a lot of sense. I've done that. But when I leave things unfinished and I have to actually do something through my day, all I can think about is that, like the thing I'm not finished with. But that does make sense to leave it unfinished. Okay, so I'm gonna have to trim all these. How many pixels do I need to trim off? Let's look. Put it in Microsoft Paint. Zoom way in, and I can tell exactly how many pixels need to go off by doing this. 5 pixels. See, it tells me down there. 5 pixels in this one, right? 4. What? 4? And then this one's 5. Okay, so remember that. The right one. No, let me just do it. Gosh, dang it. You should leave something unfinished so you'll remember what you were working on. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. 6. Alright, 5. You know what? I'm gonna do 6. Just so 1 pixel of the wall is kind of sticking out. Right? That makes sense. And then the other one's 4. this one, 15. I need to trim 4 pixels off that. How is that? Because those should be exactly the same, just... So I'm gonna do 5. Again, just taking 1 extra pixel off. Okay, what about this one up here? This one needs 4. Okay, so top one, 4, top one, top one. Don't forget, top one, 4. Okay, so that's number 10. 10, there it is. So I need to trim off, I'm gonna trim off 5. Crap. Yeah, I gotta get up in the morning and take my girlfriend's ferret to the vet. It's a 2-month-old ferret. And we want to get him a checkup because all those people in the pet shop were touching on him. Okay, so the bottom one needs to be 6. And ferrets can get the same kind of like diseases and sicknesses that humans can get. So they can get colds and all that stuff. So this is 14. How much was it again? 5? Okay, so I'm going to take off 6. I don't know how that is, but I'm not going to question it at this point in my life. Bam. Okay. That should solve that problem. Hey, see you, Tyler. Thanks for being on the stream, man. See you, Dragonite. Thanks for being on, hanging out with me. Okay. New game. Last test. Here goes. It's a little better. It's not sticking out. I might still trim a little bit more. I might trim it off like halfway. Just so it makes sense. But it's fine for now. I'll do that later. It works. We got it. We did it. We have duck work. Did it. I am a happy man. A very happy man. Yes. Save that. By the way, if you guys aren't using GitHub to back up your projects, you need to use it, because you'll keep your project and all the different updates, so you can always go back if you make a mistake. It's a really great piece of software. I'm gonna close out Photoshop. I think I'm gonna hop off too, guys. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. If you're not following me on Twitter, I hope you do. Twitter.com/Wizardy. I'm posting stuff all the time on there. But let me go ahead and back this up. I'll name this duck work. Committing to master. Push to origin. And now our project's backed up. Okay guys, thanks for hanging out with me. See you next video. Peace out.